Hola y bienvenidos a la unidad 1, lección 12b. Welcome to Unit 1, Lesson 12b, los sustantivos y género, los plurales, los artículos definidos e indefinidos. We're going to be covering nouns and gender of nouns, how to make plurals, and definite and indefinite articles. Que necesitas la hoja de apuntes Cornell. So you're going to need your Cornell sheets. We're picking up the same one that you were doing with parts of speech on the previous lesson. The back side is where we're going to be taking notes for this lesson. And the same practice sheet from before, we'll be working with the bottom half. Of course, you also need something to write with, un lápiz o bolígrafo. Esta es una actividad pareja opcional. Our learning targets for this lesson, we have 3. I can differentiate definite and indefinite articles. I can form plurals from single nouns and vice versa. And I can identify the gender of a noun by its article. El verbo de hoy es pronunciar, to pronounce. Y la cita dice, la práctica hace que cualquier persona sea más sabia. No tengas miedo de intentar. Practice makes everyone smarter. Don't be afraid to try. All right, let's get started. Remember, you need to be an active learner. Be present, stay engaged, don't let your mind wander. Make sure you take good notes and review your material. Okay, so ¿cómo se hace plurales? How do we make plurals? We're taking notes in our Cornell worksheet. So to make a noun plural, you add an S if the word ends in a vowel, or an ES if it ends in a consonant. So again, we are adding an S, just like English, if the word ends in a vowel. And if the word ends in a consonant, we need to add ES. So I want you to right now pause the video on a piece of scratch paper or in your notebook, write down these 6 words and then make them plural. When you've finished, go ahead and press play to check your answers. So here you go. You should have had zapatos. Zapato, shoe, ends in a vowel, an O, so we just add an S, zapatos. Casa becomes casas. Casa ends in a vowel, so we add an S. Cartel, poster, ends in a consonant, so we need to add ES, carteles. Teléfono, telephone. Teléfono ends in a vowel, we just add an S, teléfonos. Camisa, shirt, becomes camisas. Camisa ends in a vowel, we add an S. And papel ends in a consonant, so we need to add ES, becomes papeles. Did you get them all right? Good job. Okay, on to the next part. So ya estamos aquí en medio, so we're in the middle part. ¿Qué es un artículo definido o indefinido? So Spanish nouns have gender. There's no rhyme or reason to this, right? So some nouns are feminine and some nouns are masculine. It has nothing to do with a reproductive system like animals. So how do we know? Well, we have to memorize. As we learn new nouns in Spanish, we have to memorize the gender. To help us do that, we have definite and indefinite articles. A definite article is equal to the word the in English. It's when we definitely know something. The paper, this one right here. I want you to bring me the paper that we're working on. An indefinite article is when we're talking about something more generically. I want a piece of paper. It doesn't matter which one, bring me a paper. Or I want some papers, right? Not an exact ones that I have in mind. I want a book. Bring me any book to read. Bring me some books versus the books. Give me those books over there, right? So definite is the word the. an or some, indefinite. All right, so what are they? Notice I have a T chart here. Masculine singular nouns on the top left. So a masculine noun uses the articles el for definite article the and un for the word a. So for example, el chico, the boy, un chico, a boy. Masculine plural nouns use the articles los for the and unos for some. Los chicos, the boys. Unos chicos, some boys. On the feminine side, feminine singular nouns use the articles la for the and una for a. For example, la chica, the girl. Una chica, a girl. Feminine plural nouns use the articles las for the and unas for some. Las chicas, the girls. Unas chicas, some girls. Ojo means be careful. Ojo, eye, look out. Not all masculine nouns end in O, even though it looks like it on our examples here, and not all feminine nouns end in A. It is not a rule. So it is a commonality. Most nouns that are masculine end in O, and most nouns that end in or that are feminine end in A, but not all. It is not a rule. So you cannot use that to help you decide whether a noun is masculine or feminine. You must learn that boy is el chico, so that we connect the el with chico and know that it's masculine. We must connect la chica, feminine. Here are some examples where it breaks that idea. El mapa, the map. So mapa ends in a, but it is masculine. And then we have la mano, the hand. Mano ends in o, but it is a feminine word. Again, there's no rhyme or reason to whether a noun is masculine or feminine. You must memorize as you learn. Okay, so pause the video for a moment. That's a lot of information. Make sure you have filled out your chart here. You should have a definite article is equal to the word the. An indefinite article is equal to the words a, an, or some. And then you should have the definite articles for masculine singular, masculine plural, feminine singular, and feminine plural, all on your sheet here. When you're ready, unpause the video. Okay, it's time to practice. So now we're going to the sheet that's attached. Again, you did the top exercise on the last video. Now we're going to work on the bottom video. So what you are going to do here is you don't have to write down, they're already here. You've got the chart. On the left-hand side, I've given you some help. Left-hand side are masculine nouns. On the right-hand side, we have feminine nouns. Your job is to rewrite the Spanish words with their appropriate definite or indefinite article. Remember that you have to make sure whether or not it is also plural. So you have to take that into account. So we've got the word carro, which means car. I want you to write the cars. So first of all, if it's plural, if I'm going to change this to plural, I need the masculine plural article for the. That's going to be los. So you're going to write los. And then now I need to take carro and make it plural? Well, it ends in no, so I'm going to add an S. So I should have los carros. Let's do one more together on the feminine side. So photo, it says a photo, so it's still singular. So my indefinite article, it's not the word the, it's the word is going to be una. And then photo is going to stay the same. Photo. So I should have una photo. Go ahead and pause the video. When you're ready, come back and check your answers. So here are your answers. We did the first two together. We should have los carros, una foto. Juguete. We wanted a toy, so we needed un, and it stayed singular. Juguete. Mano, we wanted to change to the hands, so we needed las manos. Plato, plate. We wanted some plates, so we needed to change it to plural, and the indefinite article unos platos, added an S to make it plural. Botella, some bottles. So again, we want the indefinite article, and we need to make it plural. We should have unas botellas. Cuadro, square. We need to change that to the square. So we want the definite article, the, los, and we need to take cuadro and make it plural, add an S, los cuadros. Clase, the class. Singular, we're going to leave it singular, but we need the definite article, the, la, because it's feminine. Clase. Marcador, the marker. So we need the definite article, el, and it stays marcador, singular. And lastly, pluma, pen, we want to change to the pens. So we need the definite article, plural, las, and change pluma, plural, add an S, plumas, las plumas. How did you do? Hopefully great. We're going to practice this a lot throughout the year. Okay. Oops. Come on. All right. So make sure to review your Cornell notes. Review your practice. Go back now to your assignment grid, back to level 2, and update your tracker. Move on to the next lesson.